Hey everybody, Beyondrew TV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of our Brookfield Zoo recreation. So today we're going to go ahead and kind of start in the central plaza here, as you can kind of tell, with our merry-go-round cover with no merry-go-round to go with it for now. Hopefully we get like a merry-go-round for Planet Zoo one day, right? That'd be amazing. So yeah, we're starting here in the central area of our zoo where it appears that a conga line has formed, or like a Western, like a country music line dance. Look at this. They're getting down. They're all choreographed. So yeah, there was a recent fix, I think it was a few days ago, if not a week ago now, for the paths to work and everything again. They were kind of out of commission. But as you can see here, sometimes the guests kind of get a little bit confused. Just in this spot, I've noticed. This is the only spot in any of my save files that it appears guests kind of get stuck. So you just kind of take them, and you're like, all right, here, break it up, y'all, break it up. You know, that's enough. Yeah, that's too close. Don't you know there's a pandemic going on right now, and you're gonna walk on top of each other and do a country western line dance right there? Come on, break it up, break it up. There we go. So these are the original perpetrators right there, and then everyone's, well, except for these two, right? And we're all back to normal. We are good to go. Okay, except for this guy, but we're gonna leave him there because he deserves it. So, all right, Waldo, you have fun. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some new stuff here. So, last time, if you remember, we showed off just a little bit there. Didn't get like too much done, but we went ahead and got the big historic Roosevelt fountain and the pavilions pretty much finished up here and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and continue, like I said last time. You kind of get a glimpse over this way of what we're doing. We're gonna continue west for expanding the zoo and kind of make our way that way. So as we come make our way forward here, just kind of start to see a lot of the new stuff, and a lot of the new stuff is going to be this giant building over this way, which is going to house our Big Cat Walkway, basically, our Big Cat Row here. So with Big Cat Row, we have, let's see here, we have 1, 2, 3, I think it's 4 big cats and a bear. It's there's, for some reason, this is Big Cat Row, and there's like a sloth bear randomly kind of within it there. So yeah, we have that, and then we also have this building right here actually is a indoor house and everything there. I didn't make it out. It is called now, I think it's the Fragile Desert. This thing changes the indoors of it. I think it's changed at least 3 or 4 times, I want to say, since I've been going to the zoo. But yeah, I think right now it used to be like something like the tropics or something, but now it's, yeah, I think it's the Fragile Desert. And when you go in there, there's I believe it's like prairie dogs and centipedes and just other things kind of similar to that. I did not do an interior for this. There are some great videos up on YouTube there of the interior of it. However, I have kind of again, I've explained in the past, but I don't want to do too many interiors because it will start to chug the map here, make the computer slow down and all that stuff. And I want to kind of build this zoo all the way out, right? So we will do some interiors, but this is not one of them. So starting first here as we come up here, this is a pretty small habitat here. This is going to be for I put a jaguar in there to replace it, but this is for the clouded leopard in real life there. So there it is right over here, just kind of taking a little nappy poo. Yeah, nappy poo, sure. Geez, my own clouded leopard is running around in the background. But anyways, yeah, here's our clouded leopard. And for those of you who like to go with the games, like the in-game requirements and yada yada, maybe it's your first episode watching Brookfield Zoo recreation, you're not going to be happy. Just letting you know, like, yeah, the requirements and all that, it's all crap. So again, this is a recreation of a real zoo. So, you know, real zoos are not always going to have the most ideal habitats and stuff like that. But anyways, so just all that, I always like to get that out of the way and be like, yeah, if I could, sure, we'd give this jaguar, you know, the biggest habitat in the world and yada yada. But again, we're making a recreation. So but yeah, this is the clouded leopard habitat there. So yeah, every single time I've gone to the zoo, I've seen this thing out walking back and forth and everything. So that is usually out. And then as we make our way over this way, before we do, I forgot, kind of backtrack a little bit because there is some new stuff on the left hand side here. Nothing too substantial, but you know, we have some more picnic benches. Brookfield Zoo, especially looking at Google Maps and just my memory of it, oh no, we got another conga line forming, is that there's tons of seating, tons of picnic benches, and we'll see over in a little bit here, there's just a woods that is basically, you can walk in the middle of this woods and there's just picnic benches everywhere. So that is a big thing that you'll see over here throughout the zoo. And then over here we have a little bit of our backstage forming, kind of see the backstage for all of the this big building and everything like that there. So, and then speaking of Backstage, up on the roof here, got to finally use some of these. I believe this was made by Mr. Gomez, this AC duct unit. blueprint there. So yeah, finally got to use that. So that was really, really fun to kind of build up this infrastructure up on top of the roof there for the AC unit and everything like that. So, but yeah, the next few episodes will start to kind of fill in this gap over here, because this is currently, right now, I believe it is, I think it's not Backstage anymore. It used to be Backstage, parking and everything like that, and kind of Backstage access, but something tells me in recent readings, again, this just shows how long it's been since I've been to Brookfield Zoo, but that they actually converted this into guest parking now, and it's something different. I need to do some research on that. I wish I could go to the zoo. My fiance and I actually just looked, or fiance, whoa, my wife and I, holy crap, hope she never watches this video. I'm in husband trouble. My wife and I just looked into tickets for this year. We have to be a member to go to Brookfield Zoo this year, and it's, I believe it's a couple $100 there, and we don't have that money to swing it for the year, so hopefully next year we can get going there. So anyways, as we come back over this way, we start to see the transition there into the kind of more savanna rock, so maybe you can kind of take a guess what Big Cat is next there. First off though, have to note the little booth here. This is a little, it's a photo booth. Go in there and take your pictures and get, you know, like 6 or 7 of the pictures or whatever like that in a row. So there you go. But yeah, here's our nice little indoor viewing section here of the, oh, I thought it would be there, right? I thought it was gonna be a big reveal. There it is, the lion, but no, it's not. They're probably back sleeping and stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. This area gets ridiculously crowded now. There's about, let's see, 4,000, about 3,800, so we lost about 200. 3,800 guests in the park zoo, and I believe that they're all right here. So, because it's all the newest attractions. There he is, the majestic beast, taking a big old majestic poop. So yeah, same thing with the clouded, oh, there's 2 of them, yes. The Brookfield Zoo just got 2, I think they're brothers, but about 5 or 6 months ago, very, very, very recently, just got 2 brand new male tigers. And again, I believe that they are brothers, I believe. So don't quote me on that. I know someone down in the comments will correct me who knows more about Brookfield Zoo than I do. So, but yeah, again, kind of like the clouded leopard, yeah, the size requirements for in-game and stuff like that, just don't even worry about it. It's blown out of proportion, but we have all that stuff turned off because it's the sandbox recreation there. So yeah, that is the lion habitat there. And then, oh yeah, something to note here. Here are the trenches here, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have done a little bit more research. Note to self for more future episodes. Do future research. But I believe this is one of the first iterations of the trench use in zoos. I know that Brookfield Zoo overall, I think it was Brookfield Zoo and the London Zoo, were some of the first zoos in the world to use the kind of trench method here, instead of, you know, putting the animals behind just like circular cages or, you know, square cages or anything like that. So it's kind of a more natural feel to it. So typically if you get it to work kind of right, which I kind of did. I should have lowered the ground a little bit more, but you shouldn't be able to see really the kind of moat here, basically. And yeah, so it gives the illusion, you know, to the guests that, you know, you're right there with the animal, while still being able to be safe and everything. So yeah, again, I don't know if it was this exhibit that used it actually first, but I do know that Brookfield Zoo was one of the first zoos to implement this method there, if not the first one. Oh, and also, I just realized I didn't explain these things. These little art things, they look pretty similar to the actual thing at the zoo. They're supposed to be like trees, I believe, and they usually have little like small signs of information on there. So it'll be like lion information, and then maybe like Africa information about their habitat. So whenever you see these things, just kind of picture that's an information stand, basically. So speaking of that, we also have on the right side here, I was kind of talking about forest and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about this over here a little bit, but yeah, we have the Wheel of Survival, as our guests run right through it as if they're the Hulk. But yeah, the Wheel of Survival here, just this little interactive, probably not interactive now at the zoo, but little interactive exhibit where you can just kind of spin the wheel and it tells you different information about the way that different animals survive in the wild, I believe. I don't remember. I've never used it. It's for kids, you know. But yeah, on this right-hand side, we're going to kind of touch on it a little bit more near the end of the episode. But yeah, this is a big old woods back here, and there's just some more of those kind of picnic tables I was talking about. And yeah, this whole area back here, this whole woodsy looking area, this is all, you can kind of see the nubs right here. This is all a path. So I made a ginormous path. I don't know how long that's going to last because I didn't remember after building the ginormous path, and I'll show you how big it is at the end of the episode. That might kill my computer's FPS because I think the more paths you put in, the more the guest's brain or whatever for the guests here need to think about path finding and stuff like that. So a big swath of path like this might just be like an FPS killer. So we'll see. Up next, oh, we have a flying tiger. That was awesome. Up next, we have our bears on Big Cat Walkway, our walkthrough here. Again, I'm not sure why there's 2. Where are they at? 2 sloth bears here. We do actually, I replaced them with the Foesman bears. We have 2 of them, I believe, yeah. So again, I'm not really too sure. I would love to know the reasoning behind there. Again, I'm sure if I did just 2 seconds of Googling, I could find something. But yeah, usually we have some awesome people in the comments who are very informed about Brookfield Zoo. But yeah, I'm wondering if like there's an old section of Brookfield Zoo where a lot of, I believe, bears and stuff like that. Yeah, Bear Grotto used to be, and it was shut down after a renovated area of the zoo, or a new area, a new bear area was built in the zoo. And that, the original Bear Grotto was kind of abandoned. We haven't gotten there in the zoo yet, but we're going to be getting there in the next few episodes. So I'm wondering if these bears are left over from Bear Grotto being abandoned and they didn't get a new habitat built in the new updated grizzly or bear habitat. Wow, I'm saying bear and habitat a lot. So anyways, that's my speculation about it. But anyways, here's their little habitat there for the 2 of them. There is that. So, and then next to it, we already kind of saw a little glimpse of it, but our flying Siberian tiger there usually likes to start from up here and kind of like fly forward and then take like a dog leg right and then land over here. It's like a Kennedy bullet. It's like the JFK assassination bullet a little bit. Oh, I just got demonetized for sure. But you know, it kind of went back and to the right. So he just kind of jumps forward and to the left. He just kind of, he meanders in the middle of the air. It's crazy. So there is that for our one Siberian tiger there with his little habitat and everything. It is little. I totally feel for him. Like they're you know, some of these habitats at Brookfield Zoo are definitely showing their age. They're a little bit need to be updated. So, and then the last one here, don't mind the fence. This fence is supposed to be like netting, but we don't have netting in the zoo game yet. So hopefully soon we can get something like that. I know that there's some amazing people out there who can do some really great netting work. So maybe I can get in contact with them to make it. But yeah, there's literally just some netting in the front here for our clouded leopard, right? Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry, snow leopards. So yeah, this would actually be a lot thinner so you could see in there a little bit better. But yeah, this is our snow leopard habitat. And we can actually get a lot better view of this because it has some underground viewing. So if we come around this way, there's 2 little paths here, so we're going to take this one, the inner path, I guess you'd say. Come on down into the underground viewing area. It's not really underground, but you know, it's like kind of quote-unquote underground because theming is awesome and rocks and stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, come down here and you get a really great view of the snow leopards there. So, oh man, that poop is going to be stuck there forever. So yeah, here's just a nice little view of the snow leopards there and their habitat. Again, I know the habitats, they look so barren and it's kind of sad looking. It is sad looking. What am I talking about? There's no kinda, is there? But really, this is kind of what they look like in real life. A lot of it is based on just, to be honest, like longer grasses and just sparing trees and stuff. You don't see a lot of like heavy brush or bushes or anything like that. I'm sure there's a lot of natural bushes that they can't have grow in these areas, you know, in these exhibits for these exotic animals, right? Whether, you know, eating them will get them sick or brushing up against them, whatever, you know, there's different reasons to not have it. So yeah, a lot of these are kind of barren, you know, you don't get to put, again, Brookfield Zoo is located in Chicago, Illinois. So over the wintertime, it gets nasty cold. So you can't be putting, unfortunately, like tropical plants that fit their kind of environment and stuff like that. But anyways, regardless of all that, let's go around the side here. Let's get out of that crowded mess of a place over there. There's so many people over here. Yeah, and it just kind of comes around here. There's a little exit out of the underground area, and you get more stuck people. Oh no, they're looking at the clouded leopard in there, they think. But yeah, that's just the back end of the big building there. So there is the full scope of our Fragile Desert. I hope it's the Fragile Desert currently in the inside of the building, and our Big Cat Walkway there. So as you can see, yeah, again, it's the definitely the most popular area of the zoo. I've sat here with the time sped up like this, trying to get our little ants to move away, but they are just infatuated with all the ants. Well, I mean, rightfully so, right? We have lions, tigers, bears. Oh my, fuck me. Okay. There it is. And then, you know, we have clouded or snow leopards and a jaguar. So it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 of the, at least for in-game, like the biggest animals of the entire game. So this place will probably always be super duper popular until we like put like polar bears and stuff like that in. So, but yeah, there is the entire section there. I'm really happy with how this turned out. This is actually my second time building this, because when I was building my zoo in Green Hill Zoo, actually, I almost forgot the name of it, Green Hill Zoo in Planet Coaster. Coaster. Yes, Coaster with a C. I was building a zoo in that game. I did kind of a recreation of this as well in that. So I kind of had a little bit of a basis to go off of in my brain and building it, but now I actually got to put actual animals in there. In Planet Coaster, we just kind of had static Theme Maker Toolkit animals to put in there, but it's great to see, actual animals doing their thing here and everything like that. So yeah, he's really getting into it, isn't he? That's a actual recreated tiger noise. They actually go when they eat stuff. It's way too late. What am I doing? Okay. That's way too late while I'm recording these. Okay, so anyways, I want to talk about the little area over here. So we have this big forest, and again, you can kind of see little hints of it, but this entire thing, here's where it ends, because I made a little L right here, because this is where our next expansion and stuff is going to be going. But yeah, this whole thing is woods. Or, it's woods. This whole thing is a path. There we go. So you'll just kind of see guests kind of tearing off in the middle of this every once in a while. Not too much, because they don't have too much of a reason to use it to get over this way, but they're going to eventually. But yeah, every once in a while you will, I wish there was one back here now, but you will see a guest just kind of walking around and sitting here. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of nice to see just, there they are, there. So you just kind of see some guests just running around every once in a while, and yeah, they'll just kind of sit, and it really, like, that encapsulates a lot of Brookfield Zoo for me too, because a lot of my fun going here is just doing this, just going in the middle of these giant areas where I believe that like habitats used to be, but they just haven't replaced them and they kind of tore them down long ago. I could be wrong on that, but again, Brookfield Zoo is littered with tons of history and tons of habitats that are here, still haven't been knocked down, and just, yeah, we'll get into all that eventually. But yeah, just again, a big joy of mine is to come into these kind of wooded sections, kind of sit down, relax, and you just kind of can look over and see different sections of the zoo and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of Brookfield Zoo. Definitely feel a lot more accomplished in this episode than I did the previous episode, because I mean, heck, again, we added in 5 new animals in one episode, right? In this whole new big section. So, but yeah, here is the zoo as it looks right now. Again, we are doing a westward expansion. Next up is going to be probably getting in. I need to figure out if this is a staff parking lot or a guest parking lot. What is going on with that in 2020? So I can get that as accurate as I can. And then, yeah, we're going to start probably on this area here, which is, I always think I pronounce this wrong, but I think it's right. Pinniped Point. Pinniped Point. Whew, that's a lot of P's. Audacity is going to love editing that. So yeah, so next up is Pinniped Point, which is going to get into some like marine life, stuff like that. I believe that's where the sea lions and stuff like that are. So I'm kind of going off the top of my head. So, but yeah, so we're going to keep doing our westward expansion, and yeah, hopefully fill in some more of this section for the next episode there. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for viewing. Let's go ahead and just get a view of our entire little row here, kind of see all the animals if we can. There's a view. There's a view. But yeah, hey, if this is your first time hanging out with us and you did enjoy the content here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all of the Brookfield Zoo recreation episodes and Thornton Hills Zoo episodes and all the other fun stuff that we do on the channel. Also hit the like button. Helps out the channel, helps out the video. So hey, thanks so much everyone for your viewing. I always do appreciate it. And until the next episode of Brookfield Zoo Recreation, you'll have a good one. Thanks.